everyone, welcome to the channel. For today's card project, I'm using the newly released Cloche from Pixie Dust Designs. And you'll see two in here. One cuts out the cloche shape, and then this cuts out like a rim or trim on the cloche if you want it. It's got the decorative edging. You can do the pedestal. You can cut down the pedestal so it's not as tall, or remove it all together so it's a cloche that sits on the table. Here's a decorative band that goes on the cloche, the decorative top. This little part goes here on the base so you can add decoration, and then you get the cupcake and the macaron. So it's a really adorable set. And then on the, not the card we're making together, but the card I'll show you at the end, I did use the birthday sentiment on it. So let's get started. So I started by die cutting all of the cupcakes and the macarons that I wanted, and I colored them with Copic colors. And then I cut out a bunch of flowers, and so once I got all of that finished, I took this stencil, which is the Simon Says Stamp mesh stencil, and I took Catherine Pooler ink in the whipped honey and stenciled lightly for a background. And so because I'm using a 5x7 card, I needed to move the stencil down a little bit to find a pattern that matched up, and then stencil the bottom part. And now I'm putting the stencil back in where the pattern matches very closely, because I'm going to do double stenciling. So once I get a spot where I feel like the pattern matched great, I'm coming in again. This is with the Tailored Expressions rectangle stencil. And so I'm going to take a much heavier hand with the whipped honey ink and create a darker rectangle within the card base. So you can see that now. I did go in and blend the edges a little bit with the whipped honey. So now I'm assembling the cloche. So it comes with the base, and then it comes with the decorative edge that you can add on for more dimension. And now I'm putting glue on the exterior of the cloche. So I've got the interior cut out of vellum, and then this cardstock that I used for the entire cloche is Tonic Studios Mirror Card in Rose Gold, which is such a beautiful color. And it comes with the little topper for the cloche, so I glued that on. And I'm coming in with all my macarons, and you can see it cuts out the actual cookie itself, and then the filling is separate. So you can color it a different color. So if you have multiple flavors macarons, you can create that. These are really easy and quick to color. So just getting them all assembled, just gluing the filling onto the cookie. And now I am gluing the cloche into the base, and it fits perfectly in the base. And then there's this little plate. You can either use it as a plate separate outside of the cloche, or you can use it as the base inside the cloche, or a plate, whatever you want to call it. And so now I'm arranging my macarons stacked inside the cloche. So I'll get the 6 of those in there and put my magnets down to hold them in place. And if you look in the upper right corner of the screen, you'll see kind of those light string looking thing. That is from the Christmas Card House die set. I used those lights, and I used those to create the pattern for, you see in the upper left and right, I created the flower string. I used that to create the pattern for the flowers, so that I like the movement of those lights, so it created a really nice pattern for me. And then I'll glue a couple flowers in the middle to make it look like one long, I suppose you could call it a daisy chain or a floral chain. So yep, just measuring it out. Added the couple flowers in the middle to kind of finish off the chain. And now I'll glue the cloche down. And again, I'm using my precision press glue gun, Barely Arts glue. They work amazing. And this card, I just feel like you could do, someone's wedding colors, or their school colors, do a graduation card, or this could be a Mother's Day card. This could be a female birthday card. I did it, you'll see at the end, I did it in primary colors, so it was more like maybe a teenager that likes to bake. for you know, someone masculine who enjoys baking. So I feel like this set has, you know, like all Pixi Dust sets, even though they are always adorable, I just feel like the sets are always so versatile. So I'm trimming down the flowers so that they stay within the card. And then I did a sentiment, the Sweet Hello, and that is from the Grandfather Clock Valentine add-on that was released last month. And what I did was cut it out of white cardstock, and then I colored the middle of each word with the darker Copic, and then blended it out with the lightest so that there's a little more interest to the sentiment. And now I'm going to come in with my Wink of Stella, and I'm going to glitter everything. And while it doesn't show up on camera at all, it is so pretty in person. It adds a lot. You know, and it's not in your face glitter, it's subtle glitter that doesn't rub off. So I really like that. And I think it's just, I'll add a little more something to the flowers, but I think it's just the right amount of sparkle for this. So yes, the sentiments get it, the cupcakes, the frosting, the cookies, everything gets a little bit of glitter. And this Wink of Stella I've probably owned 8 years, and I just added water to it, so it's working pretty well. And because I'm putting it over alcohol marker, it didn't affect it at all. So the glitter glows on, stays dried, and it still doesn't rub off. So I'll finish up with that. And now I'm going to come in with my Spellbinders Pearls. Oh, lied. Coming in with the white gel pen. You can't do a card nowadays without the white gel pen. Always adding highlights. So adding highlights on the cupcake and the wrapper. I'll add some highlights on the sentiment, and I'll add just minimal highlights on the cookies. And I don't add any highlights to the flowers. Okay, so now I'm coming in with my Spellbinders pearls, and these are just plain white pearls, and I did a lot of them beforehand. So that finishes up my card. So here's the card we made together, and then the Sweet Hello comes from the Grandfather Clock Valentine add-on. I think I have it right here. That also has a lot of cuteness. It has a different style cupcake, chocolate-covered strawberries, some hearts. It says Sweet Hello, that's what I got there, but it also says Kisses, which is adorable. So this is a great set. I don't even have the Grandfather Clock, but I got the add-on because it has so many great dies. And then, as discussed in the beginning, I used the Cloche. And then the flowers are the flowers on the unicorn mug. I just cut a bunch out and made a little daisy chain. And then the what they're attached to is the lights from the Christmas card house set. So here I did a 5x7 using the full stand of the Cloche and some of the accent pieces here, and just a little bit of vellum. And then this one I made off camera. I was trying to figure out like a teenager-ish card or something you'd be comfortable giving any coworker. So that was kind of my thought process on this. So we did the rainbow colored cupcakes, rainbow background, did a little bit of the vellum to kind of block the background so you could see the cupcakes, and then the happy birthday sentiment going on top. So this was really fun, really fast to make. I do have to say I love this card. This is so not me. I like bright colors. I like, I don't know, this is not me, but I love it. I'm so glad I went out of my comfort zone. So thank you so much for joining me today. I really enjoyed this time together, and we'll see you soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.